This is an opportunity for you to change the game.
So you had the power to switch 2 people from the tribes that you're currently on.
Do I have a moment?
Like 30 seconds, gotta get pretty quick. This is your current tribe.
Okay, who is this?
Shauna.
Where is
Ale. So you would like to switch Ale and Shauna.
This is one of my... You know what? I'm not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it?
No.
Okay.
I'm very confident with the with what we got right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Sweet.
All right, guys, come on over. Playing for a single immunity. Not surprising. This challenge is called Pile On. When I go, you will find the pieces that make up the 4 legs of that table. Place them inside. Turn your table over. There's a platform that'll fit into the holes on the top of the table. Once you have that completely assembled, you need to get all 8 of your people up on that platform with no body parts touching anything but the platform. I need a 3 count with everybody's touching only the top of the platform. Is that clear? All right, come on over. All right, survivors, ready? Go! Here we go.
Here we go. Not a lot of
different strategies on how to get the legs into the puzzle table. Not one all the way.
And then we need one more. Opening. There you go. Yeah. Good. Here. Ways to go, guys. Oh my god.
Flat. Then we'll go.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, so the colors are... This one could go. We need a middle piece.
Middle piece.
And then have a flat one.
This one?
Right there. Well, they're all yellow, but I'm just saying what side. Oh, yeah.
No, this one's not right over here.
Okay. We need to switch these. The short end.
Right here. This one's right here.
Okay, this one could be it too. We need 4 people. Can 4 people hold the 4 on their back? You girls are little. You 4 are little. Can we do 4 people just hold each other? 4 on their back. Yeah. That's it. Put it in here. We need 4. Someone fix these. Someone fix that other one. I'm holding this one. Someone hold that other one. Come here. Okay, ready? Got it? Nope. No. You gotta fix this one. Here we go. Hey, Scott, there you go. Now let's go. There's one more here. There it is. There we go. The hole's in the right spot. Hole's in the right spot. There's one hole here. It's not it. Okay, the 4 we're doing. Tell me what to do. 4 we're doing. You guys are gonna have to help each other get on the mat. Up there too.
All your weight on me. Don't be hold on to me. One, two. Are we all up? We're good.
Are we all up?
Get in the middle. Get in the middle.
1, 2, 3. You're good. Slowly, careful.
So awesome.
Good job. You guys.
I'm glad we didn't try the back because I was worried.
Oh no! I was ready. I was bending. I was like,
just start. Start putting people's feet in time.
There we go. Oh, the first one together. Everybody get that touch on the first one. Yeah.
Oh, was I gonna get a picture?
You have the date with me at Tribal Council, but I'm going to tell you tonight. So you have between now and the number that is to figure out what you'd like to do.
Okay, stay tuned.
And that makes it a little better at least. We don't have to figure it out. Good job, guys.
Thank you. Yes.
So as soon as we got back to camp, there was tree mail, and Devontae snatched it, and it was a clue to an idol, and he just went to the tree and grabbed the idol. So he was probably one of the people that I would not have wanted to get it, just because I think he has an advantage already. And so knowing that he has this idol he can only use it before merge. He said, I'm just gonna use it the next time or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I feel like that's not a huge concern, but the fact that he has 2 things of power is a little
And then Devontae found the tribe idol, so.
I was like a few feet away. Like we were reading it looking for like fallen tree branches, and I'm so mad because I spent all yesterday at our other camp thinking it's like in the woods, and I don't think there was an idol at our old camp, but we spent so much time looking for an idol, and then it was just sitting in a tree branch over here like 5 feet away. So I was like, it's the closest I'm gonna get to an idol probably. That's mine, but yeah.
So I have 2 idols now and a safety without power. I don't know if it's in the way. I think that's what it looks like, but yeah, there's one. Yeah, there's another, and then one of these is safety without power. That one's not. That one's trash. Yeah, that one's safety without power. So I mean, in a way, it's kind of like 3 idols. One just you don't get a vote. So if you could send the med team out with like a Xanax, that would be great. Because I need to stop feeling, and I need to just like play the game. Because at the end of the day, I do want to win, and I think that would be pretty cool.
So, I've already won. The moment that the survival challenge selected me, you know, I've had 100 days of pure freaking joy. You know, the thinking about the experience, being part of this unique environment and people, the property, just this, you know, and going through that stage and preparing for this both mentally and physically, and then the outside stuff that you have to do to get ready to come to this, I've already won. So winning to me is, you know, the win for me is the journey that I've taken to get here.
When you play this game, I try to, you know, like turn the heart down and like not get rid of, and, you know, maintain that sort of strategic thing. But everyone over there has really, really good stories, and it's sort of just, I'm happy to be out here playing a game, but I'm genuinely happier to get to know these new people and have these people in my life.
Before Nina and Jordan and Allison and I got split up, we had said if we get split into groups of 2, we want to talk down how like tight we are. So right away I said, you know, when people asked about what is happening with Purple or what's going on, it was easy to kind of say like, hey, I'm a lot closer with Allison right now, like that's my person. So, and that seemed to be believed, even though for sure, like it's the 4 of us, ride or die, yeah.
When I had the chance to swap 2 people, I was thinking, let's get one of our reds back, and then we'll have, you know, 4 reds over here, and only 1 green and 1 purple, and we'll just, you know, pick them off pretty easy. But that would have left one of my reds over there, and it would just have made over there imbalanced. I know I can handle myself here, at least I hope. So, and then, I mean, I was going to have to vote them out anyway, so if they get taken out for me, then that's just work I don't have to do.
Oh, thanks for keeping the fire going back here, man.
Yes. I have been really anxious since the challenge. Obviously, we lost because of me. It's the first challenge, I think. I don't remember if I said this last time, but like, it's the first challenge where my healing disability actually affected a portion of things. Like, we lost because I couldn't lift my foot because everyone was talking. This picks up like everyone's voice, and it doesn't like filter it like a normal ear does. So I couldn't hear anything when the person was like, your foot's not up, your foot's not up. I was just like, someone's foot's not up, but I couldn't hear it was mine. And we lost. So there's definitely like a lot of anxiety with that.
It's dicey because right now when you have pairs of people, that's the closest security they have. So it's like, I know I have at least 1 ally, even if they may have been an enemy in my tribe, they're my ally now. So I know I want to work with this person. So it almost feels like we have 4 pairs, and it's just 3 that are trying to figure out, can they come together and work together in this? And I keep feeling like it's jumping around.
Well, there's been a bit of a change in my like emotional state. I went from being very like, this is the best group that I could have been placed with, to like very paranoid, to kind of an extreme degree. And that is actually the reason that we voted out Aviva at the very beginning. And so I'm trying to like maintain control over that. But with so many different people and so many different like relationships with like previous tribes and whatever, it's really hard not to be like, okay, well, why are those two people talking with each other? Like, I thought we had a plan and it doesn't involve them, so why do you need to talk to them?
Lots of names are being thrown around. Thankfully, some of the girls are kind of like staying out of that strategy talk, which I'm kind of hoping for. I don't know, right now it's kind of weird. It's like kind of weird. We got mushed into this tribe and then told like be ready by a certain time, or you be ready tonight, and nobody was like leaving camp, and we were just kind of all standing there. So it's like little whispers and like winks. So I feel okay. I don't want to say I feel good, that's like a jinx, right? You have to like knock on wood for that. But I feel like for right now, the names that I have been hearing, I don't care if it's any of them.
So it seems like hopefully everyone's going against red. I guess just because they have the highest numbers. I think it's just because it's easiest. It kind of makes the most sense, even though like maybe not. Like I like Phil and Ale, but I think it's the easiest, and we all kind of just want to get through this tribal and make it to tomorrow. So I think we're kind of going the easy route and kind of all teaming up on the reds, which I kind of could see. Like that wasn't really a surprise.
I was talking to Jordan initially about potentially doing a red. My priority is always to keep Ale compared to Phil. I'm fine with Phil going. And so we came up with the plan of splitting the votes on Phil and Alejandro 4-2. So that if it's a tie without any extra votes, that, you know, on the revote, the person who got 2 votes wouldn't revote, and then we'd have the numbers on the second one in case of an idol. But Alejandro just came up to us and said that Jordan said that I said that the blue team was targeting red, and that I said Jordan's name, which isn't true at all. So I don't know whether to take that with a grain of salt and just go with my initial plan and just say, screw all the chaos, let's just do what we said we were going to do.
Polo came to me and said that we were trying to do a plan to get out one of the red tribe people. So either Phil or Ale. And the reason for that is because they have more players than everybody else. So it evened things up. Everybody's kind of freaking out, trying to just like self-preserve right now. And so that happened, and I was like, okay, fine, great. And then 10 minutes later, Phil came up to me and was like, the blue girls want to work with us and you guys to get out one of the green people. And I was like, interesting, because I feel like both of those things can't be true at once, because I was told that the blue girls were also involved in the plan to get out one of the red people. And so I talked to the blue girls, and like, something was a little bit off, I felt like, but ultimately, I've decided that I think they're on board with getting out of red. I think Phil was coming to me in kind of a desperate attempt to freak me out, which he did successfully. But I think I've maintained control over it. But I think he knows that the reds might be kind of a target because they have more people and whatnot.
If what I'm hearing is true, I would want it to be Jordan. I thought that we could be able to work together, but I'm getting the impression that he is maybe threatened by me in some way and is potentially coming after me, which is weird. It's like the first time I've heard somebody say me, which I feel like that's when your heart beats faster.
We get back to camp, and right away, me, the 2 purples, Jordan and Nina, and my number 1 in this game, frankly, at this point, Melissa, we have a conversation, and I'm thinking it's gonna be green and purple, sticking strong. Like we've been this whole time. We've been the underdogs, right? And having said that, the day goes on. We're still at camp for a few hours. I start feeling better and better and better about red, and worse and worse and worse about purple.
All 3 names that are going around, I could care less.
What are the names?
So we there's...
And what's like the primary option that you think?
So our tribe is 2 red, 2 purple, 2 green, 2 blue. So we're 2-2-2. I prefer to do a purple, but they were throwing out reds, so I was like, okay, so that's Ale, and Phil, but I actually like Ale and Phil, and we were working with them earlier.
Hopefully just solidify what's gonna happen, which should hopefully keep me safe. The plan right now is to vote out Jordan, put 4 votes in Jordan, 2 votes in Nina, and then the 2 of them can vote. Someone said it was gonna be Phil. I think it's my paranoia, but I think they're probably gonna put votes in me.
I mean, I like working with Phil, actually. Like, I really genuinely like working with him. So that kind of sucks. But I'm kind of hoping he pulls out an idol and plays it, and then Ale goes home. That would be, like, maybe the perfect scenario.
There has not been much talk about idols and advantages among any of us, but I think that many people suspect that I have an idol because on the challenge that we did last night, MT got an idol, and I think a lot of people now know that, and they know that I got a bag, and so I think there's a suspicion that I also have an idol, and for that reason I think it could make me a target. And no conversation has been on that, and I feel like right now I am like a coin flip of if I'm gonna play it.
I think I'm in an okay spot right now. Melissa and I kind of seem like swing votes, and so I'm just a little worried that they might start to see us as threats. I think right now we're not really seen as a threat, but I kind of think we could be. So that it'll just be interesting to see how that plays out.
This tribal council tonight could go one of 2 ways. Either red team trusts me and they go with us, and Jordan is getting voted out unless he has an idol. Or red team doesn't trust me. Jordan has been persuasive, I guess, and convinced them, and with cause, that I'm not to be trusted, and it's probably me.
My plan right now is just to like stay calm, cool, and collected, or as much as I can, and go with the plan, which is to split the vote 4 and 2 between Phil and Ale in case there's any sort of like idol or advantage going on.
Well, welcome in. Hope the ambiance is cool here at Night Tribal. We always like to do this. It's a little bit of fun. But let's get to the business at hand, right? So we got a couple hours of you guys basically now figuring out how do we unravel 2, 2, 2, 2. Jordan, what was it like the last couple hours?
Actually, it was really interesting because when we first got back to camp, it was like it had just been raining a little bit, so we were actually very much focused on like, let's get the tarp up, let's get a fire started. And I think it took some of us a minute to realize like, oh, we also have to like vote someone out tonight, and we should maybe like discuss that in advance. But I think as we got closer, people definitely started going off in pairs and groups and whatnot to get water.
I'll go get wood.
Yeah. There was a lot of information flying around, so it was a little bit crazy, as expected.
Give us some more, Melissa. What else beyond what Jordan just said?
I went to the bathroom a lot. I got a lot of water, but that's kind of it wasn't totally chaotic. We just played a couple games actually, as we were even waiting to come in. So I feel like although we were coming to tribal, we were still like, we hadn't really had the opportunity to meet each other. So I think that we really took I don't know, what am I saying? Opportunity to do that. Too many opportunities.
Mom words.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Phil, where did it land? Like, did it seem like anything came together for the group in terms of how this first vote's going to go? Or you
like
think
who's going home?
Yeah, who's going home? Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of the best things I can say to that right now. Because I feel like right now you have two people who are presumed allies coming into this where they may not have been, but right now they're your closest ally and they want to stick with that person.
You're talking about from
yeah, like two red,
pre-swap.
yeah, there's two, they were kind of from each, so you think that's who they want to be with, who they're going to work with right now, and why would you not, if that's the one person you at least have spent some time with and trust. And there's a lot of stories. So I think in a time like this, you either have to just trust your people, trust your gut. That's, I think, the best you can do.
Eric, you spend any time searching your memory banks for, hey, who did these people start with? Like, does that matter, or can I even remember what that looked like?
John, that's what a smart person might do. I didn't think about it. I was like, who do we all start with at some point? I can't even come close to remembering that. So there's really none of that. To me, it's like a fresh start. We're just trying to meet people that we haven't gotten a chance to talk with and figure out who we can actually work with and trust and make the best bet you can hope for.
Yeah. Polo, you agree with that? Is it a fresh start, or do you think there's still remnants of earlier game connections that still are in play?
I think it's a fresh start for the most part. I think at every stage of the game you want to make these new connections because it's a long game and you don't want to keep yourself in the same line forever. You want to make sure that, you meet everybody and see what everybody's about. But I do think when it's so even like this, it does, kind of like what Phil said, sometimes it's like you are tailored to this person because it's so even. It's such like a clear narrative that you don't want to put yourself in a crappy position to start out with. It's tough. I'm taking it as a fresh start and just playing it the way I play the rest of the game, just like by talking to people and having fun and keeping my best interests at heart.
Ale, there is some pretty clear feelings between red-green, for example. Now all of a sudden they're sitting next to you. Mm-hmm. Can you do that? Can you press the button and say, okay, that happened, but I got to put that behind me and move on?
Yes, actually, I had a really long conversation with Eric about that situation at the beginning, and it was really nice to just be able to clear the air and realize hey, perception sometimes is not reality. I was really down after the challenge because we lost because of me, and Eric as well as other people were really kind to me and helped lift me up, specifically because we lost the challenge because I couldn't hear because of my hearing impairment. And I was really down because I was like, this is the first time that my hearing impairment really affects anything in this game, and I was like, if this is it, it's my fault, then it's not something that I really have full control of. So it was great. I felt really supported with people who I talked to and the way that they were no, it's not really you can't control that and stuff like that. So I would say yes, you can put those things aside, right? It's a new stage of the game, and we're all getting to know each other better, and you might have been rivals with someone, and now they're going to be your best friend because they have to, right? So, yeah.
So Beth, you show up, and both of those things are going on. Like it was just said, you're meeting people for the first time. So there's a piece of you just wants to be human and social, but at the same time, there's only a few hours before a vote's looming. So how do you balance that? How do you come across as genuine, still want to get to know somebody, but at the same time you're still playing a game?
I don't know. I'm working on it. I think in order to have conversations about working together, you need to start with the smaller things and get to know each other a little bit to suss each other out and see if it's what you want to do.
So Nina, do you feel like you've gotten a grasp on who these people are that are now your tribe mates? It's been a short 2 hours, but in survival challenge time, that's an eternity.
John, it is an eternity. I feel like that's a hard question. I would say in some ways, yes, I do feel like I kind of understand some of these people, but also I've really known them for 3 hours. So you really don't actually, you feel like you do, but you don't actually. So it's hard.
Anything else we need to talk about? I'd like to get you out of here before that thunderstorm rolls in, but if you got anything that you still need to say, I want to give you the chance. All right, let's get to the vote. Polo, you're up.
I don't think you're going this time. This is just a contingency plan.
I think you got yourself in trouble because this wasn't the vote.
Super genders. You are super fun to talk with, and I've enjoyed getting to know you, so I'm not sure if I can work with you.
Phil?
Voting for you tonight. We started on a tribe together. I thought that we were going to work together, but it's my understanding that you have been putting my name out wanting me to go, and so for that reason my hope is that it is you who goes tonight. So I value you and appreciate you, wanted to work with you, and I guess you didn't want to work with me, so I hope it's you tonight and not me.
Feeling. I don't know what else. I did everything I could, but hopefully they want to do what they said they want to do. So sorry, you're just a threat, I guess, strategically.
Could go wrong. I've been getting some weird vibes, but I have no choice but to trust in the hodgepodge group of people that I came together with in the last 3 hours to split the vote and hopefully send Phil home.
I could have worked with you more, or at all, I guess. It's a numbers thing, and I heard my name was out there, so I'm just protecting myself, but you're cool.
Classic me, finding out that I'm in a rivalry that I wasn't even aware of. Nothing has scared me nearly as much as what Ale said in that tribal council, and I think I botched the vote split tonight.
Tally the votes. Has an immunity idol and you want to play it, now's the time.
John. Only because I and fairly certain that I'm going to get at least one vote. And I've heard my name. And I have only been with these people for a couple hours. I would like to know for certain what I can trust and be here tomorrow. So, I'm going to play this for myself.
This is an immunity idol. Any votes cast against Phil will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote. Phil does not count. Ale. Nina. Jordan. One vote Ale, one vote Nina, one vote Jordan. Nina. Jordan. 2 votes Nina, 2 votes Jordan. Jordan. Jordan, that's 4. That's enough. Need to bring me your torch.
Some of y'all are very sneaky.
Jordan, have you spoken? Time for you to go. All right, handlers, whoever's here, I can't see.
That swap, I mean, I got swap screwed. I totally got swap screwed. This sounds so arrogant to say, but like back on purple, I was running it. I was everybody that was left, I was their number one. And so I was like, I'm in golden shape, but I knew we weren't going to stay in these tribes forever. And then we got swapped, and it was 2-2-2-2. And I know Nina did stick with me, but if the question is why did people vote me out, I don't know, I have no idea. But the vibes were off. I even said it in my voting confessional because I didn't want to look like I was clueless. But because it was a new group of people that I had been with for, 2 hours or less, there wasn't much I could do. I didn't have an idol to play, so all I could do was hope that the feelings were wrong. And hope that I could trust the people that told me we were going to go on this plan. And the plan made sense to me. Red has more players than everybody else. So obviously I'm not on the jury, which honestly I think is a real loss for the season, let's be honest. But yeah, so there are aspects I didn't get to experience. So if I had the opportunity to do it again, I definitely would, even with the miserable nights. This game was so much more intense than I thought it would be. I really thought that I was like, it's 5 days. Like, I'll be fine. I can handle it. I can sleep outside for 5 days. Like, it's not a big deal. But it's like, you get in, you take your phone away, and this becomes your entire life. And we were joking, like, on the tribe, we were like, we've known each other for 24 hours. It feels like we've known each other for, like, weeks. And so you really become attached to people. And then also you're, like, out there trauma bonding, like with how cold and disgusting and miserable it is. And it's just like, I don't know, I guess it like accelerates things. But the short answer to your question is it was just so much more intense than I thought it was. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be.